Okay, starting off the morning. It is an absolute gorgeous morning, but I don't want you to be fooled. It's minus 13 and it feels like minus 20. So that's Celsius. So that's minus 20 is minus 4 or something Fahrenheit. This is cold, but the one good thing about it is that I signed a contract with Al, and he said that anything under freezing, we had to come to work in the morning, there'd be hot coffee, there'd be sausages, and there'd be eggs, pancakes, and he'd also supply the maple syrup. So I'm looking forward to that as I go inside here, because it's a cold morning, and there's nothing like warm coffee and sausages to start the day. Oh, looks a little dark. Maybe it's in the other room, I guess. Maybe the sausages and coffee. Oh. No sausages and coffee. I can't. I've got to look at the fine print here of what I just signed. There's. Oh, okay. The pans are all filled, but there's no coffee. All right. I'm gonna have to talk to him. He's probably snug in bed still. Hi, puppy. How are you? You're neighbors, aren't you? Okay. I've got to. One of the things I have to do. I'll be back in a second. I've got to take out all the ashes from yesterday's fire. Notice this, solid ice. So I'm going to start a fire, but the fire that I'm going to start will be a gentle fire until all the pipes thaw. Maybe it'll be by tomorrow, but I hope not. This is a fire pit after a good day's fire. You can see all the ash. I'm going to take all this ash out. Again, you want all the junk out of here. There are no embers. This is an incredible fire pit. Everything is recirculated, and it goes down, and every bit of heat is extracted from the wood. So again, I have to do this. I do this every day. It just facilitates having a great fire. And got to get up for a sec here. And as you can see here, this is how much wood that we used in one day. And again, because we start off at 0, we use a lot of wood to get up to the syrup level. But then when we finish at night, we have a lot of sap in this pan, and it's no longer at 0. It's at maybe it's almost 7. It could be 5 or 6, whatever. So therefore, in order to get that to 7, we don't use as much wood. So the first boil is always a little more difficult. But again, that's a lot of wood that we use. I'm going to play a mountain goat later on and get some of that stuff down here. It just makes it easier. So I'll be back in a sec. Out of ash that I got from today, or from the last boil, so I'll throw that outside, and I'll put some more logs in and some paper, and maybe start a gentle fire if I can find a match. How many years of ashes are in this pile? I'll tell you, quite a few. I'll do that 15 times or so this year. And again, I'm going to go up there and push some of those logs down so they're within easy reach. I'll play the mountain goat. So I'm hoping that with the proper lighting tool, it won't be a match. It'll be a propane torch. That will start. As I said, I have 2 air sources, so add a little air to a little bit of fire and you get a pretty good flame. So I'll hopefully start with a gentle fire soon with that. And as I said, it is cold. I am very cold. Even with gloves on, I'm cold. I want to show you the icicle out here. Pretty awesome. So that tank, I don't see the icicle. That tank is full of sap, but it leaked a little, and I've got some. I know we winterized around the corner here. This anytime you have a 90-degree angle, as you do down there, he's got electrical outlet there, so a little heater to keep that warm overnight. So you can see there's a red light going on there. But it's cold. It's cold. All right, so here's my torch. Here's my fire. Oh, got some more stuff. I'll put the fans on in a minute, and I think we should be all right. I've got a lot of stuff in here. I think I'm okay. Yeah, I want some for next day, but I think we're good. Okay. 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 All right, so what I'm going to do now is turn the heat on, turn the air on. Turn that off. Okay. Close this. You'll hear the air, the fan. This is the one that I'll turn on a lot. And you can see, I see that little knob there, a little white. That's to me to show where the marker should be. And I think the red will show we're okay. I'll open this just for a quick sec. That'll be fine. Oh, that'll be good. All right. Oh, we're gonna set a new guy coming up. Maple syrup guys, and this is another guy. This was Al, and now this is going to be Phil. So Phil's just joining us. He's going to be the bottler. Phil, are you bottling? Phil actually keeps us. Phil, he keeps us. He keeps us in line. We're, you know, it's so cold today. We'll probably cook in about 10 hours. I can't believe how cold it is. And this guy gets me up. He says I'm going to have coffee, sausages, and pancakes ready for you. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. I looked at the fine print.
I see the driveway's not big.
Well, you know, he's. You see. Now that you're here, you'll keep him in line. Anyway, this is Phil. We're a threesome. I wanted to show you again is this thermometer. And the first time I was ever out here, I felt like I'd fallen off a turnip truck. I said if when it gets to 7, that's when sap becomes maple syrup. I didn't realize. I started to panic because I went up to 12 and 13. I'm going, my God, Al's not here. What am I going to do? I didn't realize that that dial has to come all the way around until it gets to. So that, as I said, I felt pretty silly, but I got, oh my God, I'm in trouble.
You'd be really freaking out when you saw 50.
I saw 50 and thought, my God, the whole season's over with. So anyway, that's funny. I thought I'd show you that. We've got to go around a whole more time. And again, that's be a while today because it's a cold day and I want to have a slow fire. More wood in here. I've turned the fans down. Again, not much heat in there. Well, again, not much fire, but that's okay because again, it's still frozen on top. So I don't want to have some grief. So we'll take some logs, put some logs in. Not too many. Get the heat going. Yeah, again, that's enough. Turn the back on. Turn the fan on a little. There we go for the next little while. I'll tell you, this has been a pretty interesting morning when feels like minus 20. You can see we've got some sap in there boiling nicely. You can also see that the thermometer is up to 7 again, or up to 0, and we have to get to 7. But a lot of these lines, this was totally white, frozen, and now it's thawed. A lot of these lines were frozen, and we had a bit of a problem. This is still frozen on the bottom, but we're working things out. So again, that's starting to work. We've got the airline lights on. That seems to be okay. It's again taken a while, about 2 hours to thaw things. And when you thaw things, you got to make sure you don't have a big fire. So I'm going to show you again what happens in the float. When I press the float, liquid comes in. So I think we're fine. So the blue light indicates again how much sap is up top, and what's that, maybe a foot and a half, 18 inches, good brown coat size. So again, we're fine. What Al has done is this tank here is empty. What was in it is now up top. So Al's gone down to the lower tank, and he's going to shoot all the sap that's down there through this line, and we know it's clear. All the blue lines, you see the blue lines, they're sort of white. They're white because it's got ice in it. So don't be fooled with such a beautiful day out there. It is still really minus in here. So it'll take a good bit of heat for all this ice to thaw, so we can get more sap in this tank. So at the moment we're relying on the tank down below. It's got 600 gallons. This is 500 gallons and empty. So we got lots of stuff to fill up. Beauty day. Boy, it was cold this morning. We thought we were out of trouble, and all of a sudden we find another pipe that was frozen, and then another one was frozen, and then we couldn't even get the filter to work because it was frozen. So again, a cold day, you sort of warm up to it slowly so you can have the pipes thaw, but it's worked out okay. So what Phil is doing now, we have plastic jugs, we also have glass jugs, and Phil is actually, ooh, two in a row. I like this. Got to be careful. Glass jugs, that's hot stuff going in there. Sometimes, again, we have to make them warm a bit, but that's, I think, 2 liters that he's filling up. And glass jugs, different presentation. Some people like glass, some people like the plastic. So that's what Phil's going to be doing. And you can see, I'll get a close-in of this. You can see how much that tube shows how much sap syrup we've taken in. We've taken in probably 4 buckets. Each bucket is about 11 liters, so we've got over 40 liters here. So that is what Phil is going to be doing. It's very important because we can't have backups. We've got no place to put this stuff. So Phil will be doing plastic and glass and save us some space. Thank you, Phil. Okay, so as you can see here, we're at 7. Actually probably 8. I'm going to wait just for a second before I pull off. You can see a lot of steam. I'll tell you, this steam, too bad the GoPro can't smell, because the fragrance is incredible. I think I'm going to phone Chanel and say I think we got to make an eau de sirop d'érable. It's fait par Maman Nature. It's pretty cool stuff. It's a great smell. So we're going back here, take a look. I'm going to wait just for another few seconds. I'm going to turn this off and turn it on when I decide to pull off. So there's still sap left. It got up to about 5, and we ran out of sap, so we turned the pumps down, turned the fire down a bit. As you can see, we're way below 0 even, so that's fine. Doing some cleanup now. The little bit of blue would indicate how much sap is up in the gravity tank, and that 3 blue, there you go. The 1 blue starting to flicker, and when it gets down to all red, that would indicate that we have no more sap up there. So anyway, an interesting day, a very cold day. This is all empty now, shut down. We're going to have to winterize. I think tonight's going to be cold, but tomorrow will be a collection day, I believe, and maybe the next day we'll do some more boiling. But I've shut up the wood again, so everything's closed for the day. So I just waited another few minutes. I'm going to pull off, and this is going to be the 5th bucket. And on the 5th bucket after, we're going to switch sides. So the temperature gauge will go on the other side, the flow will come this side. We don't like to keep on cooking on the same side. We like to change each side. It's like we don't want to scald anything. So I'm going to pull the handle, I'm going to watch the dial and get a bucket, so I'm going to watch the bucket. As the sap cert now comes in, I'm also, you can't see the dial anymore, but I'm going to look. And my hand's going to come back here, and I've got to turn this off because I have a bucket full. So Al just happens to be here. He's going to take the bucket. We're still up.
Oh, still up.
Didn't go down.
Oh, well, it takes more then.
Yeah, we'll see what's up. Oops. So Al's going to take this over, put the hydrometer in as you see. He's going to take the density, and depending on where the density is, we'll just filter it, or if it's high, we'll add some, I'm going to say sap, it's 4.